Wait.
Go.
Hi, everyone. Hi. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We are so excited to have you here.
I got screen with all of your faces and tiny
Can you
little
mute?
piece of your faces.
Your
computer? I'm gonna mute myself because this is it. I can see April's on top.
I
Jenna's
can't.
eyes.
Again?
Ready.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We are thrilled
Hi.
to be here sharing this experience with all of you. We are so proud of our 6th anniversary series that we created, mostly because we gave our players an unforgettable experience and we had so much fun doing it. First, I want to say that I am joined today by Rodrigo, who is here manning the ship for us and steering the live stream. So he's here. And then also we're joined by Manuela, who is going to be helping us out in the chat. So everyone in the chat, please say hello. Tell us where you're tuning in from. Manuela
I'm spying on you.
spying on you right there. And she's here to answer any questions and leave a good comment, and she'll read it out to us as we go on. So thanks. And I just want to do a minute of bragging. We recently won an award for this series, so it's the best marketing for our industry. And not only that, it just really impacted so many people's lives that worked on it and got to attend it. So let's meet a few of these people. First up, Rodrigo is going to share the live stream, share their faces with us. There we go. Okay, so here we have Cello, and we have Cello. How are you? Where are you
I'm
tuning
great.
in from?
So wonderful to see everyone again. And yeah, just so excited to see the whole series all over again with everyone.
Yeah, and Veronica, how are you?
Sorry, I'm
How are
muting.
you?
Yeah, we're great here in the Czech Republic. Hi, everyone.
Joanne, so good to see you.
Hello, everybody. This is Joanne from Syracuse, New York. Doing well, babysitting.
Yes. He is so cute. Wow. And Elisa, what's up? How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Hi, coming in all the way from Indonesia. Right. And then Victoria, you're also over there, right?
Hi everyone, I'm from Australia, so really happy to be here and relive this experience with everyone and seeing everyone again. It's really exciting.
And then Chatrupa, how are you doing?
Hi, this is Shatrupa from India. Really excited, happy to see this all over again.
So we are here covering the globe all in this moment to rewatch this series, everyone. And we have a special guest as well, and more special guests to come. So first up, though, I wanted to explain how you guys were chosen for this experience. And talk about how it felt to win and what went through your minds as you did it. So we held a contest where you guys had to make a video sharing your hidden talents, and then you guys were selected. We had 12 winners. So did you know you were going to win when you were making your hidden talents video?
Can I just say something? I'd like to say hi to my cousin Kirstine. Hi, Kirstine. She's watching as well. Oh yeah. So back to April's question. So I was a former singer and dancer, and I just incorporated my music with JJ stuff, and it was all a lot of fun. I thought I would have crazy competition because it's worldwide, and I was just crossing my fingers. And yeah.
I think I was one of the last persons to submit my video, and I thought there's no way that I'm going to win. So when I heard back from April, I was shuddering. I was so happy, rejoicing.
I was the same. I didn't think I was going to win. I sort of put it in and just didn't think about it. I was debating about it a couple of times, and then I thought, no, I'm just going to do it because you never know. And then, yeah, I remember getting the call from April, and I was like, is this real? And you said that I was a finalist, and I thought, well, maybe, okay, so I've made it to this stage, and I've still got to go through another stage. But then you said, no, you've won. And I was like, oh my God, wait, what? Like, it was so exciting. Yeah. Yeah.
What else?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved each of your submissions. I mean, they all were so different, and yeah, you all just really showed that you really loved the game. Really loved the game. The cool thing for us. Plus, you just people we wanted to hang out with. Definitely, we chose very well. Because you guys brought detective skills we were looking for this series. And speaking. Yeah. I just wanted to introduce our special guest as well. Mr. Baker is joining us. Thank you so much.
Mr. Baker.
Hi, everyone.
Also known as Thomas. You work at Woogas, which these guys did not know.
No one knew.
Right.
No. From what I hear, it was
That's right. We thought that he's going to poison us or something.
oh, if
Shock
only.
of the century.
We're like,
That
make
was
sure
really
that's
fun.
flour we're adding into the scones.
I think we had sulfur in the scene for some reason. And it was very fun dodging that question.
Yeah, Thomas, you're a game designer, right? But you also designed a few games for this series itself. You designed the pool game that we played.
Yeah, I had like the amazing opportunity to help the puzzle designers in general, but there were a couple of little occasions where I was allowed to like play a lot, and that was Flowers was one of those. It was me and Ali, who you might remember as Mari Till. We started consulting like, how could we make something that's short but looks cool and it's actually fun to play? And after a few minutes, we came up with Flowers, and it was fantastic. So much fun.
It was really incredible because I thought it was an actual game from like the early 1900s.
No,
And
we
like
just
the
lied.
way you guys put the billiard balls together, it was like a flower.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. And,
Yeah,
like, we had so much
yeah. Who
fun with
can't
that
use
game.
more flowers, right?
Yeah.
So we also have people tuning in from home, and we have a special surprise for them. So Rodrigo, would you please share the gift link with everyone? There you go. Yeah. So for those of you at home, please scan this with your tablet and open the game, and you will have a gift waiting in your mailbox. And while people do that, we want to check in with everyone watching from home. Manuela, what's going on in the chat? Anything
Well,
fun?
there's a lot of people joining us from all over. Everybody's very excited. I think they're also very excited for the prize. So there's always something for you guys.
That's
here.
true. Yeah. Okay. That's true. Yeah. So this stream is covering the world. This stream is covering the world, and people are covering the world too. So that's really nice. So we don't want to waste too much time because we really want to dive into this mystery. Let's go ahead and please play episode 1. Called An Invitation to Murder.
They're here, the detectives.
We've got a mystery to solve.
I wouldn't put it past her.
Everyone's a suspect right now.
He's in trouble.
trouble.
There's something going on there.
When I found out June had invited me to investigate this mystery, I was actually in shock. I couldn't believe it.
It took a couple of days, and then I thought, wow, I'm going to England.
I was actually a little teary-eyed.
To be immersed in this game and to experience it, it's a total dream come true.
First impressions of these days are just mind-blowing. Like, it's just...
This is a perfect place for a murder mystery.
Introducing esteemed detectives.
I always wanted to have that immersive experience of the game and to play a detective.
Our next batch of detectives.
Hello! Look at you guys! It's a huge honor to be a detective for such a big and important mission.
It's a once in a lifetime.
As soon as we came in, game on.
We have a lot in store for you, but first we want to take you back here.
We all went in for a nice meet and greet.
Oh, okay.
We met Sir Charles Rigwald.
Sir Charles in the tea room. That was interesting.
The Lord of the Manor, Lord of the House, the incident that started there.
Esteemed detectives of the Athena Agency, my name is Sir Charles Rigwald, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you here today to Broughton Hall.
Mr. Fox had dropped a note in my lap at that moment.
You dropped something on your way in.
He gave us a note asking us to meet him in the billiard room. That was suspicious.
It was just a matter of just sizing everybody up and seeing what they're all about.
Please allow me a moment to introduce the staff. Mrs. Larkin, our housekeeper. Our butler, Mr. Jenkins. My faithful valet, Mr. Booth. Mr. Fox, the gameskeeper. Mr. Baker, our cook. Our maids, Miss Castellano and Miss Till. Moving away from the staff, my darling wife, Claudette, a Hollywood actress in a past life.
His wife, just sitting there like he's talking and she's annoyed.
Maybe the wife is the prime suspect.
She's certainly a gem. And finally, Miss Isabella Palmer, fortune teller and mystic. And as I am sure the agency has informed you, the reason you are here today. 20 years ago, Miss Palmer appeared on the steps of this very estate with a prediction for my father, the late Sir William Rigwald. She told him that it was his destiny to die before his 50th birthday. My father was a superstitious man, and this prediction, it ate at him. It drove him mad. The night before his 50th birthday, he threw himself from a high window. He died in the fall. 2 decades later, and Miss Palmer has reappeared, only this time she tells me that it is my turn to die. Whether Miss Palmer can truly tell the future, that I cannot say. However, what I can say for certain is that my life is in danger. 3 times now, I have escaped a brush with death. The first, a near miss with a falling flower pot. The second, a fall of my own, thankfully a more diminutive one. A disturbed carpet leading to a tumble down a marble staircase. And finally, electrocution. A loosened wire in a radio. Excuse me. That is why I have brought you here today. Not to solve a murder, but to prevent one. My life is in your capable hands.
He's had times that he's almost attempted murders and they haven't quite worked out.
You know, like 20 years ago, they're supposedly jumping out the window. There's something going on there.
So we think the accident in the past and the potential accident now, they are connected.
Now, I wish you a speedy resolution to your investigation and an end to whatever darkness stalks Broughton Hall.
Out of nowhere, he's drinking this tea and then he falls to the ground.
He sipped his tea and fainted.
1 second.
Suspiciously, his valet Booth has an antidote of some sort.
Like, what's he doing carrying around this vial of whatever this is?
It was very suspicious.
Relax, relax.
His footman or butler keeps saving him. So it can't be him.
First of all, the tea. He's the only one drinking the tea. Who made the tea?
Let's get into his room. It's gonna be over.
At this moment, we can't trust anybody. I have no idea at the moment.
Who knows?
The last 3 weeks, we had 3 murder attempts. And then one night I followed him.
You're already drinking. Are you at all concerned about your husband's welfare right now? She probably is at the top of my list.
I think there's 2 people.
You don't believe me? I have proof if you want. Let's do it. Let's go through with the plan.
We're back. Hi, everyone. That was episode 1 of A Party to Die For. And we are joined by some of the very clever detectives that are going to tackle this mystery. But I want to know, Shatrupa, what did you think when you first saw this Broughton Hall, this stately manor on these gorgeous grounds in the countryside of Yorkshire? What was
I think I said it in the episode as well, that this is a perfect place for a murder mystery. I mean, you look at that place and you know there is a murder that has happened in there.
1,000 years old.
Yeah. And I've seen places like this in movies. You know, you watch it on web series, and being a part of it, like for real, was bizarre. And it was, I was so excited. I was just gearing up for the mystery. And this is just a funny story, like for a small amount of time, I think FJ and I thought that the 3 teams are going to compete against each other. So we were taking it really seriously. And we were hiding clues so that other teams...
Yeah, we caught you doing that.
So the other teams don't find those clues. So we were really into being detectives for that period of time. So yeah, I was... and also one of the things that I noticed that Broughton Hall, there was this barren tree. I think lightning must have struck it, and it sort of reminded me of like a Harry Potter Hogwarts like setting. And yeah, so that is what also I remembered. And all the paintings, I also want to share one thing. So when we first looked at, when we first went inside, it was so grand. There were so many paintings and so many stuff, and it was really overwhelming, right? And we were thinking our rooms are going to be so special, and we made all our special videos of entering our rooms and screaming out of excitement. And then at night time, we could hear creaks on the floor, and suddenly this thriller mystery turned into horror, and we all ran into each other's room saying that, can you hear something? Is this place haunted? So that was also one of the, one of the special memories I have of the place.
Yeah, we didn't do much sleeping during this time.
I
Maybe
put a chair
partly
on
because of the
my
ghosts.
door to lock it because there were no locks. But I'm like, if there's
Funny
ghosts,
thing
they're
was-
gonna go through the door anyways.
The funny thing was that all of us, like, we had one or the other, a ghost story to share. But FJ was the only one who didn't have any ghost story. He just said, I don't know why they have, why my room, it's full of cow paintings. It's cow wallpaper, cow painting. And so he was feeling weird and not spooked.
Well, to answer the question about is this place haunted, let's go to Miss Mary Till herself, the maid, the housekeeper of the manor, and secret Wooga Allie. Welcome,
Hello, it's my
Allie. Thank you
pleasure.
for joining us. You were playing a very sweet character in this series, and I think no one ever thought that Miss Mary Till was guilty, which is quite a feat, because they thought everyone was guilty.
That's
at some
absolutely
point.
true. I kind of hope.
And we are very excited because not only are we rewatching, not only are we rewatching for another mystery for the 7th anniversary, another mystery and for the 7th anniversary, you have a role to play in that one as well. Can you tease us role to play in that one as well? Your upcoming role. Us with something about your upcoming role. She's very versatile. Yes, absolutely. She's very versatile. Before we watch the next episode, before we watch the next episode, I think it's time to share another gift with our players watching from home. QR code. Would you please add a so QR if you're watching from home, scan this code with your phone. If you're watching from home, scan this code with your phone or your tablet waiting to open your mailbox, and you will find the gift waiting in your mailbox. Also, we wanted to make sure that we're checking in. And also, we wanted to make sure that we're checking in with everyone watching from home. Exciting comments to share? Do we have any new exciting comments?
Most of the comments are about the QR codes.
Most of the comments
So
are
guys,
about the QR
please
codes.
make sure you scan the
So
QR
guys,
code. If
please
you can
make
scan
sure
it
you
directly
scan
with
the
your
QR
phone,
code. If
just
you
take a
can scan it
screenshot
directly
of
with
it,
your
go
phone,
into your photos,
just take
and
a
try to
screenshot
access
of it,
from
go
there.
into your
Also, if you
photos,
don't
and try to
receive the
access it
gift
from there.
immediately,
Also, if you don't receive the gift
we're trying really hard to do everything. So we're trying really hard to do everything.
And also after
so
the stream,
you will
and
get your gift.
You can always
and
go
also
back
after
into
the
the stream
and check the QR
you can always
code
go back
again
into the
if you
stream
missed it.
and check the
So
QR
that's
code
right.
again.
Yeah.
If you missed it.
That's about it for now. Yeah.
Thanks, Manuela.
That's about it for now.
Thanks, Manuela, for helping out our players. That's great. Are you guys excited to watch episode 2? That's great. Are you guys excited to watch episode 2? In this one, we divided into teams. We divided into teams. Obviously partial to Team April. I'm obviously partial to Team Dario, but I guess Team Rodrigo. The A team, yeah. This is our thing. The A team, yeah. This is our thing. So yeah. Are we ready? So yeah. Okay. Please play episode 2. Divided Detectives. Please play episode 2.
Now that is a question.
I'm afraid I know nothing of these notes.
For gossip.
We're not allowed to have keys.
It smelled like death in the house.
Now, I wish you a speedy resolution to your investigation.
Mrs. Palmer has suddenly turned up in the estate and has predicted Sir Charles' death, as she did with his father.
And an end to whatever darkness stalks Broughton Hall.
Oh my God. Out of nowhere, he was like,
He started coughing, he collapsed,
He was probably poisoned.
His trusty butler saved him with an antidote, so ever since then we've been investigating what has happened.
There's a lot going on at the estate.
We did our homework, so we tried to figure out what questions we wanted to ask them.
To get some information, some clues.
We were split up. We all thought like the one group was going to have to outsmart the other group, but then the plan was that we all have to come together.
Each group found information about other people in the household.
Mr. Fox had dropped a note in my lap, and the note sort of said, meet us in the billiard room to find out more information.
Come in. Why? Mr. Fox told us some interesting things about Mr. Baker.
He's been here for 3 months. The last 3 weeks, we had 3 murder attempts. And he's been behaving very strange ever since.
You mentioned a key, too.
Went down to the kitchen, bring him some fresh game. And as we're talking, I noticed something. There's a key right next to the door. Us, the lower people here, we're not allowed to have keys. I say, Mr. Baker, what's up with this key? And he flips. He pushes me hard. He yells, don't touch this key.
Mr. Fox seems to be having a lot of animosity towards Mr. Baker.
Now I know what you're gonna say, detectives. You're gonna say, let the man have some secrets, right? What's the harm that he could do? I was thinking the same. And then one night I followed him.
Apparently he saw Mr. Baker talking to a tall individual.
And Mr. Baker starts yelling. He says the numbers are wrong. He says the combination is not working. The lock won't open. You need to go down and talk to Mr. Baker. But don't be fooled. He might come over as a very friendly and gentleman, but there's something he's hiding.
Mr. Fox might be trying to frame Mr. Baker.
I do think Mr. Fox is hiding something.
Yes, Mr. Fox is definitely hiding something.
Ah, there she is.
We met Sir Charles' wife, Claudette.
Why, hello, detectives. How nice of you to drop by.
You're already drinking. Are you at all concerned about your husband's welfare right now?
It is what it is. What can I say?
She just seems so indifferent.
The lack of emotion bothered me.
What do you think happened with your career?
I think the question is more who happened to my career.
Oh.
I just stopped booking roles shortly after our wedding.
She is not available as a movie star because of her husband.
I think she's a little bit resentful.
It was supposed to be the start of real stardom. It was so wonderful. But now I am here.
How do you spend your days here?
Well, this keeps me going.
She's pretty much stuck in this gilded cage, and she's doing nothing about it but drink.
Do you love your husband?
Now that is a question.
What's stopping you from leaving it then?
There isn't a penny to my name. It's all in his. Where would I go? How would I even leave?
She's definitely unhappy. I'm not sure yet if Claudette, Sir Charles's wife, is trying to kill him.
Her motive is just simply to be free. She probably is at the top of my list. Sorry, this might be a little too upfront, but have you tried to kill your husband?
I'm not gonna make a secret of the fact that there is little love lost between my husband and I. But it is not I who have been trying to kill him.
I don't think it's just one person. I think there's 2 people that are involved.
She makes herself seem pretty clueless, but, you know, she's obviously hiding something as well. Is he close with his valet?
Mr. Booth is about the closest thing to a friend he has.
I have had enough of your excuses, Miss Castellano.
What now?
Clearly, this painting has been disturbed. You are dusting them wrong. You are on very thin ice.
Very thin ice, yes.
My lady, sincerest apologies.
You two are giving me a headache. I'm gonna go.
Look what you did. We met Sophia, one of the maids.
Him and his paintings have been going on for days about that. Do you mind if I sit down?
She's lovely, but at the same time, she's very forthcoming with information.
She just talks way too much.
A bit of a gossip.
So I don't remember the words exactly, but she was just saying that she's trying to find some affection somewhere else, someone close to Charles. So, I mean, who else could it be? Sir Charles?
She has told us that there might be relations between the wife and the valet. So then we're like, okay. And then Sophia says to us, I have evidence. And we're like, okay, great.
You don't believe me? I have proof if you want.
Oh, let's see the proof.
I do have proof. You want to see it?
Yes.
Ooh, exciting. Okay, come with me.
And so we went to the main room and she has us find these little pieces of notes.
Look, there's one here, for instance. I can't take it anymore. Let's do it. Let's go through with the plan. There are a lot more of them usually hidden here. Try to find them. Oh, there's another one here.
I miss you. It is agony. Is he behind your silence?
Your silence is a knife. Just reply.
It's a one-sided love affair. There's this person who's very desperate to connect with the other.
Why don't you answer me? Why don't you answer me?
But then the other person only writes, let's go through with the plan. So Sophia's trying to convince us it's Booth and the wife.
I'm telling you, who else could it be?
But, you know, we can't always just take everything she says at face value.
We had to figure out who were leaving these notes.
Hopefully we get more answers speaking with his valet Booth.
You wouldn't know anything about some notes that we just found in the entryway, do you?
I'm afraid I know nothing of these notes, but it does sound like something Miss Castellano would spin up in her free time.
She was pretty much convinced that they were from you.
Well, this is ridiculous.
What's the relationship like between Charles and his wife?
That is an interesting relationship. It has its ups and downs.
This might be personal, but do you have any romantic liaisons with anyone in the house or outside of the house, perhaps?
No, not currently.
How do you feel towards Claudette?
Yes, Lady Rigwald is, well, she's a lady by every stretch of the imagination. She's charming and she's talented.
When we asked him about Sir Charles' wife, he was like, oh.
Suspicion right there. Your face lights up when you talk about her.
It might put Mr. Booth on top of my suspect list.
We spoke to Miss Isabella Palmer.
Miss Isabella Palmer, the fortune teller.
Isabella has been around for both of these mysterious events going on.
Something was a bit fishy about her. Then we spoke to Mary Till, the maid.
Welcome. I saw that you have talked with Isabella Palmer right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have. For me, she was a bit suspicious.
I think we would like to ask you, what do you think about Miss Palmer?
That is the reason why I brought you to the library in the first place. When I was a child, I was very enchanted by what she could bring to the table. But then I grew up and I stopped believing in fairy tales. Her return here now is suspicious. And I had hoped that you could look into the matter a bit further.
It's interesting as we sit and listen as a team that we like shoot glances at each other like, did you hear that?
In my childhood, I spent a lot of time with Sir William Rigwald, and one of those places was his office. That is the place that Sir Charles prohibits me from going into. Maybe there could be something in there that could point us in a direction. While I'm not allowed to go in there, Sir Charles hired you to investigate.
So we went there, and in there is a journal.
That was really exciting.
The journal of Sir William, the father of Sir Charles.
What can we get from that journal?
March 1912. The tarot readings I will continue. They have always proved interesting, sometimes wholly unexpected. I need to make sure I am in control of the story. There must not be a scandal. Consult a lawyer or a priest. He's in trouble.
Isabella would enjoy being in my confidence, but I don't trust her enough. Looking back through these journals, though, she has been spookily accurate on occasion. We have a doll house in the billiard room. Tabitha had a doll made for it. She put it away somewhere and I never saw it again. But it was there today. So this doll appeared after throwing it away, just came back.
He was really scared, very paranoid.
I must not let it faze me or I will lose my mind. I burnt it. I threw it in the fire and burnt it. It is done.
He was talking about how it smelled like death in the house.
Everywhere I turned, the acrid stench of sulfur like 1,000
Matches striking or the Hound of the Hell himself.
Hearing screams.
These screaming noises from the kitchen. And with the screaming from the kitchen, a haunted, horrible keening. What is it? Gubbins said it might be the pipes, but it doesn't sound like pipes to me. It sounds like death.
And that doll, how is it possible? It returned again.
My current top of a suspect list is really hard to say.
The last 3 weeks, we had 3 murder attempts.
She's talented.
It is what it is. What can I say?
Everyone's a suspect right now.
We are going to interview more people and maybe find the potential murderer.
Sir Charles would like to invite you to join him for tea.
There is a code here.
Maybe she knows his secret.
Okay, this is my theory.
There's contradictory stories.
Creepy. That's a very good point.
Let's go a hunting.
Hi, thanks for joining again. We just watched episode 2 of A Party to Die For, and I am joined by the fabulous detectives that won our Hidden Talents contest last year and then joined us in the UK for this amazing experience. But it wasn't just Broughton Hall. You guys also got to see London and York while you were there. Chella, what did you think of these places? What was your favorite part about the UK?
They're amazing. I actually lived in the UK for 2 years, so it was great to come back and see all the sights again. But for me personally, it was wonderful because my cousin Elizabeth was with me, and we got to meet some of my old friends I hadn't seen for like 10 years or so, or more than, I think. And yeah, it was just a great experience, and just walking around King's Cross. There's so many new places. And then to make our trip to York, such a lovely place. And then, of course, Broughton Hall just blew all of our minds away. So it was just a wonderful experience overall. And yeah, this once in a lifetime experience, and so happy to have been a part of it.
Yeah, and Lisa, you came all the way from Indonesia, which is quite a long flight. What did you think? Was this your first time in the UK? Okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So you guys hung out before the whole event
Yeah,
started.
and then we ended up being on the same team, so that was kind of funny that we did some excursions before that, and then we're on the same team, so that was exciting.
Yeah, that worked out well.
Sharupa and I went to Stonehenge as well, and then I had drinks with Gail, so that was really cool.
Yeah. And we've kept up a little bit in chats and stuff since then, but it's really good to see all of you, see your faces, and relive this again with you. I think we're waiting on one special guest to join. But we can perhaps add them? Nope, we cannot. So we do have a special guest with us, though. We have the lovely Sophia is here. We will add her. Nope, we can't add her now. Sorry about that. There's technical difficulties on our part.
The boo-boo face.
Yeah. We tease you with Sophia, and then we will get to her soon. So in the meantime, we can provide another gift code for everyone watching from home. So as Manuela mentioned, you can take a screenshot if you want to use it later. You can also watch the stream again later. It will be available. And this way you can scan it with your phone. So I think we're okay now for Sophia? No, sorry. Sophia, yeah. Is she here? No, she's disappeared. Okay, never mind. Fine. Okay. So we are missing our special guest, but we will pick them up next time because we have a lot of episodes to share. And the third one is the longest, but it's also my favorite. I think because there's some crazy dancing and definite hijinks. This was really like the diving deeper into the mystery at this point. So, Gail, what were you thinking at this point in the mystery when you had all of these suspects in front of you, and you weren't quite sure where to go?
It just kept changing. Every room we went into, we would see something else and hear something else. So everything just kept changing as we went along. So it kept us on our toes, definitely.
Yeah. You guys are always consulting. We had like a little detective room for you, the dining room, and then we would all meet there and everyone would go over their clues and what they had discovered. And this was very tricky for us because we wanted you guys to work together, but that meant we could not give you too many clues in the beginning because you'd solve it. So that was a lot of effort on our part to keep everybody from discovering too much too quickly so that we could explore all of the mystery.
Once we could see all the clues, then it was, as I say, game on. Then we were able to go, okay, now we're really into this, because we were kind of limited with just our own clues. But then when we could see everything laid out on the table, then it was like, okay, that we had no idea certain things were going on with Charles' wife, that she might be having an affair. That was new to our team. We didn't know anything about that. So, and also the anticipation going in to meet her for our dance scene coming up. That was also intimidating. I was scared of her. I was scared. But when we walked in and she was drunk, I was just eating it up. It was hysterical to just see her oh my gosh. It was, I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
I'm so happy. That was the one scene I got to write. I was like, let's have them steal from her.
Dancing.
And great idea as well, April, for all the teams to collaborate. Because like Sharupa said, we all thought we were going to be competing. And, we would hide things from each other. But as soon as we realized that we were all working together, it was such a bigger camaraderie amongst us. And we became better friends for it, So that was really one of the funnest aspects of the game for me, is just sharing and collaborating with the other teams.
Yeah.
What is the phrase? What is the phrase? How do you eat an elephant in small pieces? So we were all the small pieces eating the elephant.
It's so true. That's a great phrase. Yeah. Okay. So without further ado, let's start episode 3. Which is called A Mansion of Secrets. And please, everyone at home, enjoy. Please say hello in the chat and let us know what you think so far of the A Party to Die For series. Okay, thank you. Please play, Rodrigo.
This is how my mind works, okay?
They must be somewhere else.
Keep between us.
Sir Charles would like to invite you to join him for tea.
Do you love your husband?
Now that is a question.
Screaming from the kitchen, a haunted, horrible keening. What is it?
Mr. Baker starts yelling. He says the numbers are wrong. He says the combination is not working.
I am slowly sifting through in my mind all the different mysteries that are coming to light.
We're finding out there's contradictory stories.
I'm afraid I know nothing of these notes.
You don't believe me? I have proof if you want.
I'm thinking there might be someone flying under the radar right now that might actually be the one.
So it says here on the diary, he's hearing this constant screaming of death.
The journal said that Sir William Rickwald always hear someone screaming at night.
All the paranoia, he's smelling sulfur and hearing these screaming noises from the kitchen.
So we're looking for something that's been hidden in here for a long time.
We go to the kitchen and we found the clue in there.
Let's have a look.
Did you find something? Oh, wow.
Sulfur. This is what William was hearing.
There was like a metal whistle.
When you blow it, it will sound like someone screaming.
It made the most horrible scream in the world.
But who would be blowing on that to make that noise to freak him out so much?
Maybe Mrs. Isabella Palmer.
Isabella has been there for all of this. Maybe she knows his secret and she's trying to drive him over the edge, literally.
I think it's time we talk to Isabella.
Yep.
So let's take a look at this. This is the only one we have from William.
Yes.
Mr. Fox led us to Mr. Baker's room, and we found a box in there. In the box, we found some interesting letters.
Before I met you, I was drowning in grief and sorrow. I had been years without laughter and without a smile. From that very first day, you brought the sunshine with you.
Oh.
My little flower, my lily.
We ended up finding all these letters from Sir William to his Lily, talking about the love that they have for each other.
We found out that she had a child with Sir Charles's father, Sir William.
After much thought and deliberation, I have decided to do the right thing. I have changed my will so that you and my children get the recognition you all deserve as part of my family.
I think there's some connection going on with Sir William's death.
Okay, this is my theory. Oh, I'm such a geek for this stuff. We've got Sir William. He's met this other young lady who's, I think it's a code name Lily. Did Charles kind of find out about this? William didn't jump out the window, maybe out of anger. He was thrown out the window so he could inherit the estate, keep all of the money. This is how my mind works, okay? It's not going to get any clearer than this.
Remember all the letters we have sent between us? They hold the secret to our love and to your future should anything happen to me.
At the last letter, it said there is a code here in these letters.
Look down now to find the place where you will be safe, your William.
Yeah.
There's a safe somewhere.
And then there's
safe.
a
So we need to find the safe.
So where was
I'm not sure what it is, but I think when we open that safe, there's going to be some more information.
Look down now, okay.
Of course.
Look down now. No, L, B,
Library. We gotta go to the library. Oh my God.
How do you find out?
Oh my
Show
God.
me.
It's like the first letters of each sentence.
So I think the safe is in the library.
I can bring you there.
Can we go to the library?
Yeah, of course I can bring you there.
Sophia,
Oh, it's
you've
excited.
been very good.
We are able to, we are going to try to get into her room.
As a team, we've worked really well together. We are sharing information with other teams. We're finding out there's contradictory stories.
That's a very good point. So I think we'll look into that a little bit deeper.
Each of us, just our input and intuition and instinct and figuring out what's going on. So we'll see if we're right.
Oh, that's right.
It's creepy.
Oh, that's the dollhouse.
What about this?
Oh, where'd you find it?
Where did you? Here? Oh. A key for what?
It's go a hunting. Not there, not there.
There must be somewhere else.
It's exciting, scrounging around trying to find it.
Okay, so where's the doll?
Where's the doll?
Do you think the other detectives are trying to throw us off?
I dare them.
But you never know.
Is there something there?
Hello.
Hello.
Sir Charles would like to invite you to join him for tea in the green drawing room.
Thank you.
Thank you. We should hurry.
Oh, there's a keyhole.
Oh.
It's guaranteed, right? Wait, lift the whole thing.
the whole thing.
Lift the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, baby.
We got dolls.
All right.
So many
Well
doors.
done, we got another clue.
Bring it in. Yes. We are the best.
We think we have a pretty good idea who it is and the motive.
Good afternoon, detectives.
We had time with Sir Charles.
I would love to hear what you've learned so far.
Something's off here.
Well, we've met
Isabella. Ah. Yes, she is quite a character. I would say you should be wary of her. She's a performer. She likes the attention. She's almost as bad as my Claudette in that way.
Unbelievable.
It comes from being an actress, spending her life chasing the spotlight and then not knowing what to do with it when she gets it.
I was speechless.
Just kind of took note of that.
He's condescending, verbally abusive.
What appreciation do I get? Absolutely nothing. Just wandering eyes and a guzzling mouth.
I'd push him out the window. No. Disclaimer, that's joking. Is it though?
I've had enough of you. Just be quiet for a while. I'm sorry, detective.
I almost lost my mind.
After that, we met the butler of the house, Mr. Jenkins.
You'll find that things in the manor are not as they should be. In order to confirm my suspicions, I have taken these mechanical photographs in order to see if things are indeed being moved or perhaps taken.
He brought us to solve a puzzle.
We know who could have taken it.
Yeah.
There isn't a penny to my name.
If you'll be so kind to follow me, perhaps some of the missing items in the first photograph are in the second.
It's definitely a bunch of candles here. Could be that.
Right, very strange.
Candles.
We needed to solve a puzzle with a candle set.
What if we put them in order of height? So if we put tall ones at the end, short ones at the top?
This means something.
Oh, so they need to just all be the same height.
Oh, yes. There you go.
Is this gonna be like a code? Like when they're in the correct place, we get a code?
Right.
Is it under here?
Hey, here we go. Woohoo! 4 numbers.
This bag has a lock on it.
So we have to figure that out, the sequence.
Can we pull that back?
And there are 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Those 4 in the middle.
So 6 or 9. 3, 4, 6.
Let's try that one. 9, 3, 4, 6.
9, 3, 4, 6.
Yes! No, we got it.
When we opened it, we found some evidence. Someone was stealing something from the house.
Receipts?
So someone's been pilfering the artifacts?
Yeah, he sold the clock.
What is this? Where's his note?
Listen carefully.
Right.
Is it something with this, maybe?
Yes.
Jeez, okay.
The music. Can you turn the dial?
There we go. Click. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah.
4. So it's gonna spell a word.
Here, let's decode it.
Oh God.
So
Okay.
let's do the first one. What's the one?
A. Number 1 is
1. A. Okay, so 1, 4.
4 D.
4 5s, 4 5 U.
U.
Document.
Document, yeah.
And 1 5.
1 E.
E.
Destroy.
3 1.
3 L.
Deleted. Delivered. V. Yep, delivered. Documents delivered.
Okay.
Who would deliver documents?
Who would do it?
Yes, detectives, I must say it wasn't a complete displeasure to be around you.
Thank you, chickens.
We meet again, Miss Palmer.
We spoke to Miss Isabella Palmer.
She asked whether anybody would like to have their reading done.
So, who wants to join me first?
I wasn't going to do it, but then when she opened the cards, it struck a chord.
In the future, I see the Hermit. Could look like a bad card, but actually means that you have done a very good spiritual journey, and now you have your own light to see where you're going.
It threw me off my game a little bit.
You're very emotional right now.
This is a gimmick, I'm sure of it, but it's not possible that you get that and that right. There's like 5 people in the whole world who knows about that.
Excuse me. I am so sorry to interrupt.
Mr. Booth.
I have limited amount of time away from Sir Charles. Would you mind terribly if I cut in?
Oh, if you don't
It
mind.
would mean the world.
Please.
Thank you so much.
I see you are a little bit in distress, so it's a safe space.
You can stay, but please, anything that's said here, keep between us.
Please, put your hands on the deck. Thank you, Mr. Booth.
She's trying so hard to make Mr. Booth believe on her fortune-telling reading.
That's a very interesting and powerful combination. The Wheel of Fortune is spinning and can go in any direction.
I just don't believe Mrs. Isabella Palmer.
There might be somebody in your life that is preventing you to reach your happiness.
Well, there is one person in particular who could ruin everything.
I can tell. hope that the cards are in your favors, because this Wheel of Fortune can bring you to realization of your dreams. If you have anything that you want to try to do to change your destiny, I think you can do it.
This is exactly what I wanted to hear. Thank you so much.
Very happy.
I think I know what I need to do.
Thank you so much, Mr. Booth, and I hope to see you soon. And
thank you all for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Booth. Thank you.
Isabella insisted something for Mr. Booth.
Thank you for coming.
I kind of suspicious of her.
Thank you, Dario.
Isabella, she is currently at the top of the list.
Good morning.
So we already had ideas of what might be happening and where things might be going.
We came to the conclusion that Claudette and Mr. Booth are romantically involved. So we asked fortune teller if she knows something about that.
Have you sensed any romantic relationship in this house? Anybody?
I think there are some things going on. I know. I have the feeling that Mr. Booth is anguishing for love.
With perhaps the lady of the house?
Oh, this I cannot tell. But something is going on with him. I don't know if I'm at ease to give you this information, but might be important. A few days ago, I saw him walk into the green room with a toolbox and a case instrument, looked like a violin, and he locked himself in.
Mr. Booth, I think he's a decent guy overall, but that's also suspicious.
The other team found some secret notes about the secret love affair with Sir William all these years ago with Lily. My little flower, my lily.
Were you aware that Sir William's had perhaps a secret love affair?
I don't feel very comfortable to talk about it, but when I came, he was really in distress. He was depressed and really desperate for the loss of his wife. And I had the feeling that suddenly he found joy again.
The fortune teller was working for Sir William, and for a long time she was gaslighting Sir William.
I knew that Sir William needed some comforting, some help, and so I came and was giving him readings and bringing.
I don't trust her. Maybe she was in charge of his death.
I mean, I've been around for a long time. First time I came here, Mrs. Larkin was already here. Then she had to leave because her sister passed away in childbirth, and so she came back with her niece, little Mary Till.
Mrs. Till.
Okay.
I was very surprised.
How did Charles react when Mary arrived?
Charles had a very difficult childhood, and I think he got a little bit bitter.
I'm okay, he's up in the air too as far as questioning.
He might have been a bit jealous that his father was spending time with a child when he didn't spend that happy time with him.
I think that there's more to her story, but I haven't gone to talk to her yet.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Please enter.
We spoke to Mary Till.
I wanted to ask you how your investigation into Miss Palmer has been going so far.
Well, we've uncovered a few details about her.
We found Sir William's journal, wherein he describes his escalating paranoia of things that are unusual, unnatural that were happening around him. And he was penning these down alongside the readings from Miss Palmer. The paranoia was not self-induced. It was something driven by somebody within the estate.
Oh.
What convinced us was that he had burnt this doll that had appeared, and he had destroyed it. Then it appeared again, and he burnt it. It appeared again, and he burnt it again. Yesterday, during our investigations, we came across a whole set. So it was not in his imagination. It certainly was a sabotage by somebody within the estate.
It's worrying. So someone was playing with Sir William's paranoia.
Unfortunately, we have to have Isabella Palmer as one of our prime suspects.
Between the readings and then this planted evidence that we found, all that seems to go together that was encouraging him to think it was all in his mind.
Well, I tried to do some additional investigation yesterday myself to help you. And I have gone into her room to see if I could find something there. I did indeed find something. It was a box, a very large one. I wasn't able to open it because it requires a key, and I don't know where it could be.
Mary,
Oh,
you're here. You missed breakfast this morning. Hi, Detective. Sorry, I didn't intrude.
Mr. Baker, wonderful that you're here. Maybe you can help us. We're looking for a key to something in Miss Palmer's room. Can you think where she would be able to hide a key?
Well, you've seen her around. She's always a chain of hers. She once forgot it in the kitchen for a minute or two. I had a chance to look at it closer, and I'm quite sure you can unscrew that thing open.
But she never leaves that cane behind.
It's very rare.
She hasn't met the Athena Detective Agency yet. If it's in that cane, we shall find it.
If you get the key, I can show you where the room is. The only way that I could think of trying to take it away is if she would be sleeping. Lady Claudette had trouble sleeping as of lately, and she has sleeping powders with her at all times. So maybe you find a chance to distract her in some shape or form?
We'll give Miss Palmer a small nap.
Exactly. Yep.
Sounds like a plan, no?
Yes.
Let's see.
Shall we?
Lady Claudia.
Ah, detectives! How nice of you to drop in again.
We went into the room where Claudette was on a couch, very tipsy.
What shall I say?
Did you see that?
How are you feeling, Mrs. Claudette?
I am splendid, so splendid. Thank you.
We had a task to get to the purse, get the sleeping powder that was there. Claudette said something, and now I was like, I can't quite hear you.
I'm a little hard of hearing. Can I?
Oh, come closer, dear.
And she somehow did it.
Let's not dwell on my husband, shall we? Let's go move on to more pleasant topics.
She got to the purse, stole the powder.
Did you see my other movie, Charleston Charade? It was a wonderful movie. I learned to dance for it. Do you know the Charleston?
No, really.
Let's see. You simply have to learn. Come on, I have to teach you. Come on, everybody.
We've danced the Charleston dance with her.
Unreal.
Yes, very nice. Use your arms. You can add a little bit of a kick. Yes.
Be careful.
Yes, I love it. How I am feeling.
I'd like to take your seat.
Thank you. Thank you, darling.
And then she passed out on the couch. She was very tipsy.
Let's do it. There's a safe somewhere.
So it must be somewhere here. We need to find the safe.
We headed over to the library and we found a safe. There we go.
We found a safe. We got to find the code to crack the safe.
I remember that when I just started here, Miss Larkin yelled at me quite a lot because I was dusting this mantelpiece. And I was wondering why. And then I remember that I saw that behind this clock, it's written Lily. Isn't that a weird coincidence?
Who's the man in the picture?
Oh, that's the late Sir William.
Oh, there's a latch here too.
There's a latch. So many latches.
Oh, here they are.
Sophia,
you're a genius. Letters.
Stay away, Lily. I would not put you or your child in danger, will you?
In danger of what?
At the last letter, it said there is a code here in these letters to the combination of a safe.
Here then we have the instructions from Sir William on how to kind of connect the numbers and.
There's something about Titanic sinking, and there was something in here about Titanic.
We know the date, yeah. 1912.
12, yeah.
There's a number on it.
49, yes.
49.
When we put those letters together, that actually gave us the code.
Yeah, this is the one.
Titanic, maybe that's the safe combination.
Yeah, that's the safe combination.
140412. I would say that was our choice of the combination.
Yeah. Should we go back to the library and try them?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Mr. Larkins.
Oh, you've got lilies.
Oh, I suppose I do. My goodness. People are here. Sophia is here.
She's working hard. Can I ask you, did you know someone called Lily? We noticed the clock on the wall.
I suppose we could have this conversation, but perhaps somewhere a little bit more private, if you'll follow me. You were looking at a particular clock?
Yes.
On the mantelpiece? Yes. So there was a Lily who lived at the estate, and I did know about her.
Oh, yeah, I don't trust her.
Who was Lily?
Lily was actually another maid. She was a very dear friend, actually.
What happened to Lily?
Well, sad to say, she died of tuberculosis, not long after Sir William.
They met, they had a daughter, she died, but I actually think it's the housekeeper's sister.
Lily was such a dear friend of mine. She was so young and she was so innocent and happy. When her relationship with William began, I'd never seen Sir William so happy.
Can you tell us about the baby?
Yes, she confided to me that they were going to have a baby. She was placed with a family, actually in the same town, Atwold-on-the-Grange. She's been growing up there. But she was going to be well taken care of, which was a stroke of luck because my sister had her own issues not long after that.
So your niece married Till?
Yes.
How old is she?
She's 27.
27.
If Lily had stayed at the estate or had been able to bring her baby back, they could have grown up together.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for not being completely honest with you. The laws say things about marriage and matrimony and all of that, and the differences between class and that sort of thing, but what Lily and William had, it was special, and I didn't want it to be twisted into something it wasn't. That's why I put the lilies up on the mantelpiece in honor of both of them.
Yeah, Abigail Larkin right now, I don't really have her as a suspect.
Would you happen to know anything about a safe in the
There's
library?
a safe in the library.
So this is a secret safe from William?
From his letters, yes.
Indeed. Do you think then that whatever's in the safe might have been intended for Lily or their daughter?
Yeah.
Mr. Larkin, so we have a question as well. Do you confirm that these are the handwriting of William and Lily?
Oh. Gosh. Yes, I recognize Lily's handwriting for certain. Do you have more of these?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you mind if I have a look at them?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
It's been so long since I heard from Lily. It's just...
Detectives.
Oh, hello.
I just ran into Sophia. She told me that you found letters. She told me that you have a code, numbers, something.
Indeed. It looks like something for there's a safe in the library. Did you know about that?
If Sophia knows, and she tells secrets, it's only going to be minutes until she tells Mr. Baker. I need to distract Mr. Baker. I'm going to go to the kitchen, distract him for a while. You do the safe.
Quite right.
Talk to you later.
I knew it. Nothing about his past has made sense to me. And now he's trying to get into William's safe. Is that Mr. Fox?
Is it?
He said he was going to the kitchen. That's very odd.
Detectives, we should check it out.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So.
I get to be part of the mystery.
Give me a tool by which to seek justice for my family.
We're just trying to piece all the clues together.
This must be here. What do you think, Gil?
Detectives?
We just found another truth in the case.
You have just hearsay.
This is right now.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
The box.
All right, thank you all for watching episode 3 with us. We are joined by our fabulous detectives. And on top of that, we have another special guest joining us, Mrs. Isabella Palmer herself. She is maybe better known around these parts as Flavia, an artist for the marketing team.
Hi, everybody.
Thanks for joining, Flavia.
Thank you. It's so nice to see you all again. I miss you guys, really. It was such an adorable time and such a beautiful experience. It was really emotional.
For all of us, yeah, for sure. But you stirred up a lot of emotions by reading the tarot cards that we just saw in episode 3. But you did not know how to read tarot cards to begin with, right? You learned it.
No, I did actually started to learn about 2 days before we started shooting, and I was reading some books and some stuff, and I got the cards, and I started to do some tests by myself. And then I was surprised myself by the reaction of you guys, because I didn't expect that. And then I was talking to my mother, and she told me, of course, didn't you know that your great-grandmother was a fortune teller? I had no clue. So yeah, maybe I can try that as a second option in career.
I love that. So I kind of wanted to know, because this story has so many different parts and pieces, and you guys were always discussing the clues and seeing what you could put together and where the stories would lead. But it was also you only saw parts of the picture. So for you, for Team Rodrigo, what were you guys thinking at this time? You had the suspicious Mr. Fox and the suspicious Mr. Baker to deal with. So Victoria, you were Team Rodrigo.
Yeah, we sort of started with Mr. Fox when he dropped a note in my lap, and then we went in and he led us on this trail of deceit, really. So he had set the scene. So we were kind of trying to figure out who is trying to kill Charles, as well as what is Mr. Fox and what are they up to? Because Mr. Fox was kind of putting Mr. Baker, throwing him under the bus. So we had lots of little trails and things that we had to follow and find. And it was really, really interesting, because then when we would meet in another room at in between our scenes, and we'd all discuss what we'd found, and then everyone would drop little pieces of what they found, which all intertwined with what we had. So then it would kind of cement and get the wheels turning in your mind, and you're like, wait a minute, maybe maybe he's trying to lead us like a fox down a different direction. So it was really good. And then once we found more clues, it really came to light. And well, yeah, as you watch it, I don't want to spoil anything by saying it now, but as you go further into the story, it was really good. But it was lots of little bits of eggs, really, golden eggs that you would pick up and find, and it was great.
Yeah, there were a lot of stories layered on top of each other, so you kind of had to work through these different parts and pieces. That's actually the title of the next episode, is The Heist, the Prophecy, and the Affair, because that's how we thought of these storylines that we were developing. And in this next exciting episode, we sort of see some of these tension that we've been building come to a head. And it's also, your guys are fantastic in this, where we really get to see your detective skills. Before we go to it, though, we got a QR code to share with everyone from home. And we want to check in with the chat with Manuela. How are things going in the chat?
Everybody's very excited. They're happy to see what's going to happen. There are a few spoilers, as always. And also Dario is in the chat saying hi to everybody.
Aww.
So
hi, Dario.
Write more questions, so I have what to ask.
Dario wanted to join us, but he's not feeling very well, so I'm really happy he can be in the chat. So everyone, send Dario some healthy vibes and positive energy in the chat. And so I think we are ready for episode 4, The Heist, the Prophecy, and the Affair. Please play it, Rodrigo.
I could not believe it.
What did you find?
Oh, fantastic.
I hope we've made the right decision.
So someone's been pilfering the artifacts?
Who would do it?
Mr. Booth. I saw him walk into the green room and he locked himself in.
That's suspicious.
There's a safe somewhere.
Library. We gotta go to the library.
The safe is in the library. I think when we open that safe, there's going to be some more information.
Oh my God, said Charles.
He's condescending, verbally abusive.
Who was Lily?
Lily was actually another maid.
She had a child with Sir William.
Something's off here.
Is that Mr. Fox? The fortune teller was gaslighting Sir William.
It was a box that requires a key.
I'm quite sure you can unscrew that thing open.
We're very close to getting to the bottom of this mystery.
We're still trying to figure it out.
We're just trying to piece all the clues together.
We had to use a key to get to Miss Palmer's cane.
Detectives, I have brought you the cane.
Oh,
fantastic. Let me make some space.
Trying to get a secret little key.
Try to break it open. Yeah.
There it is. We need to head up to the box immediately before she awakens.
If you would be so kind to follow me.
That we had to solve the octopuzzle in her room.
This is it.
It's a puzzle.
It's great that we've come into a room and as a team we've worked really well together.
It's open.
Oh, great. Each of us, just our input and intuition and instinct.
This must be here, 9.
Good job.
Another piece.
Okay.
Here is a code here.
2190.
2190. Yeah.
We solved it.
You ready?
So Lily is writing Madame Palmer. Let this be our contract then. Give me a tool by which to seek justice for my family and vengeance for my murdered love, which is William. So Lily's in cahoots with Madame Palmer.
Yeah.
There are 3 months till his 50th birthday. Let us make them the living hell that he made his fathers. So she's accusing Charles of killing his father.
Lily is trying to kill Charles.
Oh my God.
What did you find?
Mary is William's daughter.
Let's get goosebumps.
We found out that Mary Till was Sir William's daughter.
I could not believe it. Mr. Fox, he's saying one thing, and Isabella Palmer is saying something completely different.
We were stealthily following Mr. Fox out into the garden.
Let's go. What he's doing? He has a notebook.
He's writing, yeah. He's putting a note in the ground behind a rock.
Seems that he's moving away.
He's going.
Let's quietly go.
He put it down here somewhere.
There's something underneath.
Is that a rock?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, we found it.
Letters.
Letters.
A lot of letters.
Wallet.
Is this Baker?
Yeah, that is him.
Gustavo Manuel da Silva Fernandes.
He's military.
Yeah.
Yeah, military. He ex-military, yes. Yeah.
But look, this is Mr. Fox. Look, Major Karl Heinrich.
They served
Maybe.
together?
They were both great war veterans. Mr. Baker and Mr. Fox were both in cahoots.
Look here, listen to this. We need to keep up the act so they don't suspect we are working together.
He was here longer. He was 10 years.
Oh, another level.
Another level.
Mr. Fox is at the top of my suspect list.
Here we go.
There we are.
We had come up with our 3-digit number to open the safe.
412. I would say that was our combination.
To the other side.
Oh!
What? We got the safe!
We did it!
Good job, detective. What do we have there? Oh, we have jewels in there.
Detective!
Oh no!
Mr. Baker? Mr. Fox?
Please step away from the safe.
Detectives, we have to thank you. Everything went according to plan. You see, we had to have someone here who does the day shift while I do the night shift, trying to get this vault open.
Mr. Baker and Mr. Fox thought they could try to use us.
They were using us to find these letters, to find the numbers of the safe. So they were watching us while we were watching them.
We're going to take this, and this is going to allow us a new start. Oh, yes, yes. Look at this. Look at all of it. We will be at the harbor tomorrow, and next week you'll be in New York.
But what about Lily's daughter?
William is gone, and so is his child.
William's child is still around. Surely she needs it more.
Wait, is she alive?
Yes. She could really use what's in that safe, and William left it to her.
We said never from children.
We're not stealing from children. We're stealing from William, who's long gone. With this money, we will be lords ourselves.
Mr. Baker had second thoughts, and he said, look, this is not right, you know, we shouldn't do this.
I love the people here. Well, Charles, no one likes that man. Mary, Abigail, look out that window and tell me there's nothing you love out in those green fields.
I do care about it.
They actually did love living here.
Aren't you tired of running by now?
It's over. We're out of the trench. We're no man's land. We can't go back.
Maybe we can. Can we cut a deal?
What sort of deal?
Can we return this?
If you put it back, we're just gonna ignore that this ever happened.
We only have to return it.
Mr. Fox gave in and said, no, we're going to give back the jewels.
We ended up making a deal with them that we will forgive what they've done as long as nobody gets hurt, and we put everything back into the safe.
We believed that, you know, it was good to give him a second chance.
So when everything went back in, we were able to actually look properly as to what was in there in the first place.
Well, let's check what we found. Let's check this jewelry.
Bronze false wall, maybe.
Yes.
Check the back.
Yeah, this seems to be a bit...
Bottom. Oh, there you go.
Oh! There was a secret compartment in the safe, and we found the will.
Last will and testament.
To my common law wife, Abigail Larkin, also known as Lily. What?
Oh! Abigail. What?
It turned out that Abigail,
Miss Larkin was actually Lily.
I was shocked.
It was just like, what? Like, why am I...
Oh, I'm so sorry I lied to you. It's just the relationship between a servant and a lord of the manor, it just wasn't done. Mary is my daughter, and she only thinks of me as her aunt. I was really trying to protect Mary's reputation.
Yeah, I bequeath all the jewellery that once belonged to my mother, to my daughter, Mary Till. All my stocks and shares to be bequeathed to my son, Charles Ringwald, to further his business interests. I appoint Abigail Larkin as the guardian of my daughter, Mary Till, until she reaches the age of the majority. I bequeath Broughton Hall with all outbuildings and entire estate consisting of 30,000 acres to Charles Ringwald, my common-law wife, Abigail Larkin, also known as Lily, and my daughter, Mary Till. So this is to be shared among all of you.
I knew he wouldn't have abandoned us.
The will that belonged to William was actually changed and set up to include Mary Till, who is his daughter, Abigail Larkin, and Charles. So the whole estate and a lot of the belongings were meant to be split between the three of them.
You can put everything that you have found on this table here.
We spoke to Miss Isabella Palmer.
No, non è possibile. How did you get this?
She could not believe it.
I guess it's best for you to have a seat, Madam Palmer.
You have to believe me. If I've done harm to someone, has always been against people that had done something bad. The only shade in my conscience is Sir William. That was not supposed to go down like that.
Miss Palmer and Sir Charles were trying to drive Sir William crazy.
You don't feel you have blood on your hands?
I know that has been the worst thing I've ever done in my life. But Charles had something on me, and I didn't have any other choice. Please. You know, I'm not a really bad person. I'm a small fry. You want to get the real bad one, and that is Charles. I propose a bargain. If you grant me my freedom, I will bring you hard stone proof that will incriminate Charles. Without it, you have just hearsay.
What weight does the evidence carry?
It's really a written confession. I know that you don't trust me anymore, but I promise that I will come back and I'll bring you this piece of evidence. It's up to you.
I think that's a good offer.
We've seen how bad Charles is.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we have to get the real villain here.
I'm not proud of trying to drive William crazy, but that was what was supposed to happen. But something else happened, and I have proof. And you want that proof. You have to believe me. You don't want that man to be free.
Madam Palmer, we would like for this piece of evidence to turn up. You are free to go and get it.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be back as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Your trust is not misplaced this time. I promise you.
My thanks goes out to you, dear detectives. I only had a hunch when she arrived back at the estate, but you have proven that my hunch was actually correct. I will leave you to discuss your further actions. I thank you again very much.
Thank you. I hope we've made the right decision.
We investigated the workshop.
Oh, did you do it? I lifted it up.
In Mr. Booth's violin case.
We discovered a map.
Oh, it's a map.
To the garden outside.
We followed the map out into this forest, and in the tree there was this thing that almost looked like a branch.
Good job, Kim.
Oh my God, they're stealing paintings.
Hotel reservations.
They have visas, cash.
Yes.
Need visas.
It's a checklist.
It had a checklist with visas and needing money.
Tickets for a ship. They had changed their identities.
Ship tickets. They're gonna leave. The visas. They're planning to run away, and they're selling the paintings for money.
Claudette and Mr. Booth were going to run away together.
Wait a minute. This says that they're about to leave very soon. This is right now.
Oh,
We can go.
Let's go.
We gotta go.
Oh my gosh.
We caught them as they were about to leave the house.
Claudette.
Oh! Where are you going?
I can explain. I'm so sorry.
Sunflower.
Oh! You too?
Detectives. I can explain everything.
Love, I think we can no longer lie to them. We must tell them the truth. We could no longer deny what was in our hearts. I know what you must think of a woman like me who betrays her husband, but Charles, he would have never agreed to a divorce.
Mr. Booth and her loved each other.
I had to find a way to create enough money so that we could escape. This is Lady Rigwald's chance at freedom and our chance at love.
Explain to us, how much they love each other and how much of a monster Sir Charles is.
He is capable of anything. He knew about the affair. He found out. That is what led me to break things off. Because when he found out, he came to me and he said, if I didn't end it, he would push you out of the window, just like he did his poor father, William.
Right.
Oh,
he did it. Right. He did it.
We just found another truth in the case.
My love.
I could not let him do this to you. I'm sorry, I had to protect you.
But were you behind the attempted murders?
No.
Absolutely not. We don't care what happens to him, as long as she's free and we're together.
They weren't trying to kill Sir Charles. They just wanted to be together.
Please look past the petty crimes. We had to do what we had to do.
Detectives?
Our fate is in your hands. Please, will you give us the documents and let us go? Or will you arrest poor Paul?
Let's think about this.
We're contemplating, maybe we shouldn't let them go only because there was a crime committed.
Do you want to just let them go? Be happy, take all this money from all these heirlooms from the estate?
Sir Charles had already stolen her money from when she was an actress. 2 wrongs don't make a right, but at this point, lives are at stake.
If you can find it in our hearts to forgive us, for love.
We had already been feeling that Claudette needed to get out of here and escape.
If they are not allowed to run away with the stuff that they have acquired, they might not even make it.
Let them go on and live their lives. Because Charles clearly doesn't love her.
I think you had to follow your heart.
You will let us flee.
We asked ourselves,
what would June do? What would June do?
What would June do? You guys make up.
Thank you so much, detectives. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're finally gonna be free.
What's going on here? Claudette, get away from him.
Sir Charles, I need
Quiet you. I don't need to hear from a petty thief.
I'm finally free of you. I'm going away.
Don't be
and you will never
stupid.
see me
The
again.
hell you are. You're coming with me.
Let's go.
Go, hurry. Fine. Go. You won't get far. You've got nothing. You are nothing. And you, detectives.
Yes.
I asked you here to protect me, to protect my belongings, and you've allowed my wife to abscond with a criminal.
Who was protecting your father? Who was protecting your father when you decided
You
you
have
Tell us the
frittered your
Tell
time
us about
away
the falling out
on
of the
torrid
window.
affairs, and all the while there is a killer on the loose.
You're the
Do
killer.
your damn job.
You're the killer.
He's probably trying to plan his escape right now because we know the truth.
Okay, I think we need to meet with the other detectives. And
Yes.
tell them what we found out.
Right now.
Right now. Who exactly is trying to kill Sir Charles Rigwald?
We all got together with everybody else.
We have our prime suspect.
Should we bring them in?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what it was about.
We're gonna shut this down. So that's gonna be the end of it.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for watching episode 4 with us. We are almost at the end of solving this mystery, but there's still a few pieces left to put together. That one was so dramatic, mostly because I got to say the best team, Team April, we really delivered. And we really had some heightened emotions in our storyline with Booth and Claudette. You know, the players watching from home thought it was Claudette from the beginning. She's this very glamorous movie star. She seems so unhappy. But is that what you thought, Cello? Did you think it was her
We
from the
definitely
beginning?
knew she was hiding something, I believe, and there was a lot of clues that there were lovers that were having secret rendezvous, but we couldn't, of course, know for sure exactly until that very pivotal moment when we discovered her in Booth. And it was, but she played her part so well, just being this drunk, miserable wife, that she could have easily been the one trying to kill him. So
Yeah, yeah, it
props
would have
to
made sense.
everybody involved.
But luckily for Booth and for her, they had a happy ending thanks to you all. You decided to let them go and live together and explore their life together.
We had asked what would June do, and June bends the rules a little bit for the sake of people's well-being. So that
love
was
that.
the reason why we did that.
Yeah, June's not one to follow the rules, that's for sure. So speaking of love, we had a lot of stories that did not make it into the series. And one of my favorite parts was involving our next special guest. She played Sophia, but on her day-to-day, she is Sylvia, a talent acquisition manager for Woogas. All right, you are live. Welcome, Sophia / Sylvia. She still has a feather duster.
Yes, of course I do. My favorite prop. I was even dusting Mr. Jinky's head with this. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
Poor Dave. Hi, everyone. How are you? So nice to see you.
Yeah. Well, can you tell everyone watching from home a little bit about the storyline they missed? Because we could not show everything that we wanted to. And some of my favorite parts were left out, like your secret romance. How did that get started and where did it go?
Yeah, same for me, actually. It was so much fun to act. I didn't make it into the video, of course, but still it was a lot of fun. Basically, my character, Sophia, had a crush on Mr. Fox. And it was supposed to be a sort of a minor thing, let's say, just, Sophia having a crush, but somehow it became quite big because everyone was super engaged in this love story. We actually even had a nickname. You know when the couples have a nickname, like in Grey's Anatomy? So we have like Team Socks, Sophia and Fox. It was like, it was a lot of fun and people were so much into it. And my favorite part of that story in the end was we were just finishing with the finale, no spoilers, but there were a lot of emotions going on, let's say. And then we were wrapping up, and suddenly I hear, Mr. Fox, there's someone here who likes you. And I was like, okay, I guess they're talking about me. And like there was this second of embarrassment, but then Holger, who interprets Mr. Fox, just gave me these leaves that he just had in his pocket. And it was like so sweet, just improvise like that, just hinting a happy ending for the couple, let's say.
Oh,
yeah.
So sweet. Yeah. So there was a lot going on that wasn't shared, but for us is unforgettable. That's for sure.
Yeah, same here. And for Holger too, I think, to be honest.
Yeah. So before we move on, we want to share a gift code with everyone. Rodrigo, can we please add a gift code? So if you're watching from home, you can scan this with your phone or your tablet.
I did screenshotting.
Or screenshot it to save for later, or come back to this stream later and take your time and scan it then, because the codes will still be good. So you can claim extra prizes for your game. So in the meantime, too, we also want to check in with the chat. Manuela? We have Manuela.
Hello. Okay, we have two questions. So
Okay.
Karen asks, do any of you work in community theater or professionally as an actor?
Not professionally, but I've been doing improv theater for a couple of years now. But I do it in my native language, which is Italian. So it was my first experience doing it in English, which is my second language. So it was quite a challenge. And I think there are some other of the actors that had some previous experience. I think we will have a special guest afterwards who can tell you more about that.
Yeah, but we also took improv classes beforehand and workshopped a lot together. And of course, just like had a great script to work with. So
Nice, for sure.
but the Woogas being the actors was a total surprise because they were so good. It really blew everyone away when they found out these guys are actually the ones that make June's Journey. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Okay, because I can't hear. I have to wait.
Oh, yes.
Another question. Would you guys do it all over again?
Yes, without thinking about it. It was like, I work in talent acquisition, which means I interview people, I hire people, and sometimes they ask me what is my highlight of my experience at Wooga, and I immediately say this thing, like the 6th anniversary filming. It's my highlight of my experience, for sure.
Joanne, we just watched your amazing scene where you chased after Sir Charles. You just let him have it. You're not going to let him get away with anything. Can you tell us like what that was like for you? Because that was such a beautiful, like intense moment.
At that point, I was like in myself, in my feelings, thinking about things that I've experienced with people and friends in that kind of situation. And I was like, oh, no way. No, thank you. It's not going to work. That's all. No, you're not being, put off the, off the hook. No, I just didn't feel like that was appropriate for him. And she just needed a break. They needed to get away. He needed to be nailed. And that was it in a nutshell. That was just it.
You were right. I mean, yeah, he definitely deserved it. And it was awesome to watch. It definitely gave me chills to see it, even just to watch it again.
I felt bad a little bit afterwards when he approached me.
Yeah. So I think we're ready to move on. I want to say thanks to Sophia/Sylvia for joining and ask Rodrigo to lock up the final episode, episode 5, The Verdict.
Yay. It's not like stealing a painting.
Did not realize what it was until we felt it.
Did you remember that there is a letter?
We solved our mysteries, but what is the big mystery?
2190.
So Lily's in cahoots with Madame Palmer.
Lily is trying to kill Charles.
Oh my God. Mary is William's daughter.
Is this Baker?
Gustavo Manuel da Silva Fernandes.
This is Mr. Fox, Major Carl Heinrich. Mr. Baker and Mr. Fox were both in cahoots.
They're stealing something.
There we go.
We got a safe!
Detective!
step away from the safe.
They were using us to find the numbers of the safe.
This is going to allow us a new start.
But what about Lily's daughter?
Wait, is she alive? We said we'd never steal from children.
Francois, maybe.
We found the will. To my common-law wife, Abigail Larkin, also known as Lily. What? Mrs. Larkin is Lily. William's will was actually changed to include Mary Till, Abigail, and Charles.
I'm a small fry. You want to get the real bad one. I propose a bargain. If you grant me my freedom, I will bring you hard stone proof that will incriminate Charles.
You are free to go and get it.
I hope we've made the right decision.
They're planning to run away and they're selling the paintings for money.
Claudette and Mr. Booth were going to run away.
This is Lady Rigwald's chance at freedom and our chance at love.
Charles, he knew about the affair. He said if I didn't end it, he would push you out of the window, just like he did his poor father, William.
You were right. He even killed his father.
Bit of a bombshell.
Our fate is in your hands.
We all decided that we should let them go.
What the hell is going on here?
I'm finally free of you.
You're coming with me.
Let's go.
Do your damn job.
He's probably trying to plan his escape right now because we know the truth.
I think we need to meet with the other detectives.
Yes, now.
Yes.
Right now. Charles is pathetic.
He's not just a monster towards his wife. He is also a killer.
He's the one who pushed his father out the window.
But we still had a case to solve with the rest of the detectives.
We need to see what else the others have uncovered.
Trying to nail down who exactly is trying to kill Sir Charles.
We're gonna shut this down. So that's gonna be the end of it. So we all got together with everybody else.
Find a seat, please, anywhere you like.
Coming into the room and having a seat, it was very quiet.
All right, detectives, this is your chance to share what you found and determine who exactly is trying to kill Sir Charles Rigwald. What do you got for us?
We all got to talk about what piece of the mystery we solved because there were so many things going on at the same time.
We realized that there's two people trying to run away together. And of course, it could be no other than Claudette and Mr. Booth.
Charles had found out, and the bombshell, I suppose, is that he threatened to kill Mr. Booth like he killed his father.
Mr. Baker and Mr. Fox were trying to rob the estate.
There were things that came to light that were not in the light until it was discussed among all of us as a group.
He wasn't going crazy. Miss Palmer was just playing into that completely with her readings.
So William was seeing this lady, Lily, who turned out to be Abigail Larkin, and their child they had together was Mary Till.
There you go.
But who is trying to kill Charles? We still don't know.
Right. As we were summarizing that, a phone call came in.
The phone rang? You know, he was like, was it 30 or so?
Yeah, he was like 30.
Yes.
Hello? Who's calling?
Oh, it was June.
Oh, it's June Parker. Would you like to speak with a detective?
She spoke to one person from each group.
Catching up with all of the decisions we had made and why.
We had a brief meeting with young Mary. I think we all learned from you, June.
And then at the very end, she had to ask,
what were our conclusions?
We all had to come together in that last moment to figure out, okay, we solved our mysteries, but what is the big mystery?
Who's trying to kill Charles?
So she's asking me, who's our prime suspect?
There were different theories.
We know that Charles killed his father for inheritance.
We know it's not Mr. Fox or Mr. Baker because they were on their own little side heist. Booth and Claudette, they had left, so we knew it wasn't them. And then it kind of narrowed everybody down.
I would think it's Mrs. Larkin.
I was just thinking maybe Mrs. Larkin.
What was in the will?
Everything was left to Charles, Mrs. Larkin, and Mary Till.
So the two of them would have more.
For Mrs. Palmer's side of things, she didn't mention like anyone brought her here or worked with her or anything.
Did you remember that there is a letter?
Yes.
Between Lily and Isabella?
Eliza had mentioned one letter.
They kept talking about revenge on Charles.
Give me a tool by which to seek justice for my family and vengeance for my murdered love.
So Abigail and Mrs. Palmer were working together is what this proves, is that right? It's got to be Mrs. Larkin then, right?
Yeah. That must be Mrs. Larkin.
She wants to protect Mary.
Everything connected together and we were able to tell June that that was the culprit in this case.
Okay, so we have our prime suspect. Her name is Abigail Larkin.
I think there's only one more thing to do. We got to talk to Abigail and we got to talk to Charles.
Yes.
Uh-oh, here we go.
All together here. Oh no.
So, we had some careful deliberations between all the detectives from Athena Agency. And together, we did come to the conclusion that the person plotting to murder you, Sir Charles, is none other than Abigail Larkin.
What?
But to really explain it, we must start from the beginning.
Years before his death, William fell in love with a woman called Lily, aka Miss Larkins. We also found out during our investigation that Mary is actually the daughter of William and Abigail.
The poor girl is like, are you kidding me? You're my auntie, but now you're my mom?
William also wrote a second will, adding in Mary and Abigail. Also, Sir Charles, Isabella and you have worked together to drive your father insane. We found incriminating evidence for this.
Nonsense. Charles didn't want to wait for his inheritance, and he didn't want to share it with his half-sister. You knew William was a superstitious man, and you abused his relationship with Isabella Palmer in order to drive him insane. He offered Isabella a portion of his inheritance to send him to the asylum, but when that didn't work, you resorted to murder. You threw him out a window and made it look like a suicide.
What proof do you have that I threw my dear father out of a window? Hearsay from a washed-up actress and a charlatan.
How about a written confession as a proof?
Where did you get this?
20 years ago, on the night you pushed William from the window, we had an argument. We were supposed to drive your father insane and send him off to an asylum. But you became sloppy. So much so, you even detailed all your crimes in your precious journal. You tossed it in the fireplace, but you dashed out of the room without even checking if it burned down. And I, of course, took the chance to retrieve it.
You snake! I never should have trusted you.
And you shouldn't have pushed William out of a window, but here we are!
And then you just thought that you would loop in the housekeeper.
Actually, she mailed the blackmail letter to you. But I thought it so odd that Isabel would contact you after all these years, so I intercepted it, read it, and learned the truth. After the Great Depression, Isabella was broke and needed more money. It didn't take long to track her down and learn the rest of the story. Personally, I intended to kill you for everything that you've done and planned to do to my daughter, Mary. But thanks to these detectives being much more competent than you gave them credit for, I'll be happy with her prison sentence, knowing you're getting one too.
So it's true that you're my mother?
I wanted to tell you, I did, but my relationship with William, it was complicated, and after William died, I didn't know how much I could trust Charles. You are legally entitled to at least part of the Broughton...
No, I am not giving up this place. Damn you!
Sorry, Mary.
Casual, Athena Agency.
Done.
With Charles, that's done. You know, there's no mercy, there's no grace for him. He had to go.
Please remove him from the room.
All right, Mr. Fox, any help?
Damn it all.
Well, that's one murderer down, but we're not done here yet. Mrs. Larkin, I'm going to leave this up to the detective. She was a mother trying to save her daughter from a horrible situation and provide a future that she never could for her. But she resorted to the lowest of crimes. She attempted to kill Charles over and over again. What should we do with her?
We, at the end, had to decide what we were going to do with her.
Let it go.
Let it go.
I was gonna let it go. I was like, let her go. He's not a nice person anyway.
I don't know. She should go to jail, honestly. Attempted murder is attempted murder.
But maybe they'll be lenient.
She could have just turned Charles in. She didn't have to resort to trying to kill him.
She couldn't turn in Charles. Like, who's going to believe her? And who may say that Charles might not hurt someone else?
I'm willing to accept whatever verdict is handed down. I know what I did. And while I don't regret it, I understand that it was wrong.
She did it 4 times.
Yeah. I'm gonna do this. If I mess up the first time, I'm gonna try this again. It's like, you can't let that go. It's not like stealing a painting, okay? No.
It's not a petty crime, it's a big crime.
If we didn't catch her today, she would have tried again and again and again.
There has to be some kind of punishment.
Yeah, agree.
It's a fair assessment, I would say. Everybody in agreement?
Yes, I guess.
As a group, we all decided to arrest Mrs. Larkin.
I'm so sorry, Mary.
I think everybody had a bit of a tear.
Please, Detective Dario.
Even though June likes to follow her heart, I think June would also think that Mrs. Larkin needs to stand before a court and let the court decide her fate.
Okay, fine, arrest her then. Like, I guess murder is... it's not ideal.
Sorry, Mary.
I knew what I was sacrificing and it was worth it. Please forgive me, and I hope you keep writing.
Of course.
Give me. It was a wise decision, detectives.
Justice has been served, and that's a case closed. Congratulations. You know, Charles was having his birthday party tonight. We might as well take advantage of it. He's not going to be there, but that is All right. If you can gather things, we'll head out to Utopia.
There's a party waiting.
It was just an absolutely wonderful experience.
Mind-blowing.
My name is Rob Proctor, and I am the UI UX lead at Woogas.
The actors and actresses were all Woogas stuff, and I was not expecting.
I was speechless.
My name is Lilith, and I'm a senior writer at June's Journey.
My name is Drew. I'm a writer at Woogas.
My name is Ali Devang. I'm a game designer on June's Journey.
Unreal.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, T. Hi, everyone. We're back. That was the grand finale, the exciting conclusion of A Party to Die For. I would love to hear from all of you. What is your takeaway from this experience? What's the most memorable thing that happened, the thing that sticks out in your mind when you look back now a year later? I guess if we could start with Victoria.
I would say it is meeting all of you and just having this experience, walking into something, not knowing what was going to happen and going with it and just being able to be immersed in such an amazing experience. It felt so real. And I think the biggest takeaway for me was actually finding out that the actors were Woogas staff. Like that just made me go, what? Like the talent and everything. It was amazing. So apart from meeting everyone and getting to solve the mystery and really getting stuck in, I think there's too many, to be honest. I can't think of just one, but knowing that the Woogas staff actually were the actors at the end, like finding that out and getting taken into such an amazing immersive experience, and then off the cuff coming up with whatever we threw at them as well, like to keep us on track, was great.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing is like when you're planning something like this, always have a surprise in your back pocket because you guys might have solved the mystery, but you have no idea.
That better and better.
It was just so fun. Cello, what's your takeaway from this experience?
Well, for me personally, I had, before I went to the UK to meet everyone, and everyone was so wonderful, I was 6 years into being a mom. So I had just a kid every 2 years. I was either nursing or pregnant. And it was like, wow, I get to get away, you know? I love my family, don't get me wrong. But it was a great, just getaway. And I used to, I was more creative when I was younger, and I had acted previously a little bit as well. So it was just great to be back in that creative sphere and to meet everyone at Wooga. I just have such a higher level of appreciation for June's journey because, just learning that, for example, Rob, who played Sir Charles, created Stomp the Board, or Sweep the Board. I always say Stomp the Board. That's just it blows my mind how creative and talented everyone was a part of this. And then meeting the other detectives as well. It was so great to have new friends from all over the world. And to this day, we still chit chat a bit. So, it's just a year later and I still feel exactly the same way. And it was just an amazing experience overall.
Yeah, I love that. Gail, what about you? What was your takeaway?
I can't think of any one thing. It's just started with meeting everybody. Just even before we went, we all got to know each other online in our little chat group. So it felt like I was just going to go meet some friends that I already had. So it was really comfortable just being around everybody, getting to do a few excursions before going on to York. Our little gathering, get together there. I mean, every little segment of it was special. One thing that really stood out is going into our rooms when we got to see where we're staying. Just being in that estate, I would go to sleep every night just imagining what it's going to be like. Even before I knew that I won, I would visualize I'm going to that estate. I was just bent on being there. So that was just really motivating in being there. So once I got there, just being immersed in the whole thing and the mystery of it, solving the mystery way more than I thought it was going to be. And then just the party at the end and finding out who the cast really were. I think having that kind of a surprise for us, but for the audience that got to watch that show, it's just when I watch people watch the end, just jaw dropping that they work for Wooga and nobody would even think in a million years. So our team leaders were just amazing. Just Dario, just love you so much. And we just, we all felt really tight in our groups. So, we each had that small group experience, but then all of us together, I just feel like everyone was perfect. It was like the perfect cast. Couldn't have been any better than that.
That's so true.
And there's more, plenty more.
Elisa, what about you?
I think everything about this show is unbelievable and unforgettable. Never thought in my mind that I will having a worldwide friend like this, and also staying at Broughton Hall, playing puzzle, and yeah, just making friends like this is really unforgettable moment for me.
That's right. We're so glad you're here, and thank you so much for being a part of the mystery. Joanne, any last words or final takeaways you want to share?
Yes. I can say my takeaway was the fact that I felt like Dorothy when she got swept up in the whirlwind. She was no longer in Kansas. Well, I felt like, I'm no longer in New York. This is real. It's not a fairy tale, and that was my first time being out of the country. So to experience something at that level was like breathtaking. It was a reminder for me to let my kids know and my family know, hey, if you don't try it, you'll never know if you win. So there's nothing, hindering you but yourself if you don't do it.
That's so true. I mean, if you hadn't tried, you never would have had this experience. But
nope.
It gives us motivation to keep going. Yeah, for sure. Veronica?
Yeah, it's basically what everybody said already. I went all out for my entry to this competition. So it was amazing, life-changing meeting all of you from all around the world. And my highlight from this experience would probably be baking the scones with Mr. Baker. Yeah, that was yeah, I enjoyed it, and they were delicious. Yeah,
I ate so many scones that weekend.
I know.
Yeah, Shatrupa, what about you?
So just wanted to share something briefly. Like back in 2020, just before the lockdown and pandemic happened, my mother and I had booked tickets to go to London. We had to cancel that. And then 3 years later, I got this opportunity. Of course, I mean, that was the moment I really believe that in life, there is a bit of magic that happens. And also just wanted to mention the plus ones as well. I mean, it was so great that I could experience all of this with everyone and along with my mother. So that was very special to me, and thank you to Team Wooga. And I really loved meeting all of you, the winners, the plus ones, Team Wooga, everyone. It was amazing.
One of my favorite memories is of you, Shatrupa, because we were walking around the grounds like after the day, and I was like, "How are you?" And you were like, "I'm fine." And I was like, "You're just fine." And you were like, "April." You're like, "I'm in England. We're filming this amazing thing. I'm surrounded by beauty. I'm overwhelmed." She's like, "That's what I mean by fine." I was like, "Yeah, I get it."
Yes.
But it was so perfect, and I absolutely understood where you were because it was so unbelievably cool and wonderful, and I'm so glad that we got to share it. But we have one final surprise for our audience from home. The man of the hour, Sir Charles himself, Rob is here. Yay!
Hey, hello. Hello,
Rob,
everybody.
I think I'll surprise everyone to know that you're actually like quite a nice person, and you are a UX designer for Wooga.
Yeah.
But
Hi,
also a very
everybody.
talented actor. So yeah, you
Thank you.
convinced us all.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for Rob, which I think will illuminate all the stuff he went through for this part. How many times did you fall down the stairs?
Yeah, so it must have been about 7 times, perhaps, to get all of, because it wasn't just okay, roll down the
tape.
stairs and then that's our shot. And oh no, you've fallen down the stairs. It's terrible. It's like roll down the stairs and now roll down the stairs while we're filming you from the side and roll down from above and from below. Oh, that one, the lighting wasn't quite right. So let's do it again.
Are you okay?
I spent half an afternoon doing that. I was quite battered by the end of it. But it's a fun shot. It's briefly there in the beginning of the series. I was like, yeah, I remember the pain I went through for that, for my art.
So speaking of your art, you are going to be surprising us yet again coming up for the 7th anniversary. I'm very excited. And I really hope that everyone tunes in because we have another exciting mystery and we need everyone's help from home. We have a lot of prizes. We have a lot of intrigue that needs all of our eyes on it. So this amazing experience that we had in the UK, we're trying to give to everybody from home. So Rob, can you tell us anything about your upcoming character?
Ooh. So last year was very much my comfort zone. You know, a slightly posh, kind of uptight English guy. That I can do. This year is not that. This year is something a little bit different. I won't say, but it was more of a challenge for me this time.
Yeah, but we're really excited to share with you. Of course, Rob's going to be great in it. And then, but we also have a lot of intrigue and mystery ahead for us. So I think that's it. I want to say thank you to each of you and all the Woogas that joined in today, for Manuela for helping out in the chat, and Rodrigo being our man to finally can rest running this stream, and to everyone else from watching from home. Thank you all. It's been so much fun to watch this again with you, and see you for the 7th anniversary.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Happy JJ playing.